Hey everyone, Roy True over here from Golden West Management.
Alexandra Santos here.
We wanted to start off the new year with kind of a recap of our 2020. We all know it was a crazy year out there. The pandemic, everything lighting on fire. It's been a wild one, but we're used to stuff like that in property management, right, Alex?
Most definitely.
So we wanted to go back and kind of revisit some of our favorite tenant stories of the year. What do you think?
I don't know, this past year, we've taken on a lot of new management, and with the new management, you don't know what you're going to see.
It's true. We see normal stuff that you could probably use your imagination on. Everything from a romantic toy to drug paraphernalia. You can use your imagination, but we won't go into too much depth on that. But let's talk about a few of our highlights.
One highlight I had this year is I was inspecting a property for the first time, and I went in and there was concrete poured over the stairs.
Oh my God.
Yes, the tenant that was living there decided to pour concrete over the stairs because he thought that it was better than the carpet that was currently there.
Well, I guess he wouldn't slip, but
Definitely not, but to actually fix that, you had to actually demolish concrete.
God.
Couldn't just put it's layer after layer pretty much. So the owner was besides himself and didn't even know that. So when we took over management, the owner had no idea that was even going on in the property.
Yeah, usually it is like when we come in and take over management from somebody else who's kind of done it on their own and found their tenant through like Craigslist or something. That's where you find the people that like to pour cement all over the property, by the way.
Definitely.
Yeah,
we don't see that here at Golden West. We conduct our annual inspections, so I haven't seen anything near as crazy as that, but only with the new management, definitely seen that. So
with 2020 and the pandemic, we weren't at properties as much as we usually are inside of them. So one of the things that we did have to still do with showings, obviously one of my favorite stories was the disappearing tenant, I like to call it. This one,
it's a good story.
So I was walking through when we go to show a property, and I was with a younger tenant prospect, and we went through it. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. Walked to the back, and I start doing my normal spiel of here's the second bedroom, bathroom, and I turn around, the tenant's just gone. I was like, what? Where did she go? And I look, and I'm like, okay, well maybe she took off, maybe she had somewhere to go. And so I start walking around and doing my normal, closing up, shutting the blinds, and turn off the lights, and I hear something rattling underneath the sink. I'm like, what is that? I was the garbage disposal on. I've been down and look. The tenant's hiding underneath the sink. Like, who does that?
What was she doing down there?
My guess is she was probably just trying to squat and stay, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Absolutely nuts. Who knows? The stuff you see when you're doing showings. That's why you have a manager do it for you, because
most definitely.
Between not only your safety, we look out for our agent's safety as well, but you just never know what you're gonna run into out there.
I agree with you. I agree.
Another great time when we go to properties is what kind of pets we find. People categorize all kinds of different things as a pet.
Yeah.
It's not just your cat and your dog.
Nope.
I think the funniest one that I saw was we were doing a turnover for a property we took over management, and there was a unit that kept getting a ton of noise complaints. And we go to our inspection, and nothing out of the normal really from the outside, but as soon as you open the door, the smell was like, whoa, and turned around the corner, and there's just cages. There's about 20 chickens in a small 2-bedroom apartment. So I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a side hustle for eggs or something, but
Howdy, man. Interesting.
But, hey, chickens are cool pets, right? Yeah. You never know. Pets are always good to have at the property, but you got to screen for those pets too.
Definitely.
I love all these stories. Tenant stories are hilarious. Running into everything from some small criminal activity to you never know what kind of pet you're gonna find at a property. I know you had a funny one about, let's call it criminal activity category.
Yes, so I was going to a property to inspect it, once again, new management, and the owner said it was vacant. Went in, and sure enough, there was a squatter sitting in there, had his meth pipe right next to him, and I've never experienced that in my time of managing properties. So sure enough, I had to call the cops and have them come escort the guy out. Wasn't
Oh,
as
man.
bad as it was. I thought it was going to be. However, it still was something very different just to see him sitting in the corner of the office, sitting there. But that was definitely something that was crazy that I
Well, I'm glad you were safe. It is
Yes.
funny to look back and reflect on, but
Most definitely. It was definitely scary at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't know what you can expect, what the guy could have done. So.
you never know. I mean, they're unpredictable, right?
Most definitely,
I mean,
yeah.
you hear stories, but everything from squatters to random stuff we find at places, these are all fun stuff that property managers get to deal with.
Definitely.
Well, hopefully this year, 2021, it's going to be a little bit better out there. Hopefully we get through the pandemic and things will get back to some normalcy this year.
Agreed.
But again, next year we'll have to do another recap and come with some more of our favorite Golden West management tenant stories. It's a fun one. We'll do it every year, I promise.
Definitely agree with you.
Well, thank you all very much. Golden West Management, rent it like you mean it.
Thank you.